Bueno, sí.
Today we're going to talk about Metro Atlanta as far as what's going on here when it comes to real estate.
Yeah, great topic of discussion between Gamalier and I. We're going to share our knowledge of the market with you to give you a better understanding of what's going on in the Metro Atlanta real estate market.
And as far as Atlanta, obviously there's a lot going on. We actually have around 65,000 people moving into Atlanta last year in 2022.
Yeah, so we still see the continued growth here in Atlanta, Gamalier.
do.
People are moving in. We got more people moving in than people moving out. So that's a good sign.
And definitely, that obviously when we talk about that, that's what's creating still a strong market here for sellers. So it's currently a selling market here, but we're starting seeing a lot of opportunity for those people who are looking to buy here in the Metro Atlanta area.
And in case you don't know us, I'm Alan Rios. I'm the Realtor with Sturgis Realty Group.
And I'm Gamalier Sturgis. I'm the Realtor broker here at the Sturgis Realty Group.
So let's dive into the numbers, Gamalier, and talk about the information that we have available here for our viewers. And let's talk about inventory first, right? The amount of homes that are for sale in Metro Atlanta.
Well, definitely. As of last year, obviously, a lot of people were buying home, and there was a lot of homes for sale in the market compared to now. There were 10,792 homes available for sale this back in September 2022 compared to right now, as of today, there are around 8,342, which means inventory is lower currently now.
Yeah, so we've seen the inventory drop there a little bit, but we've also seen the amount of buyers on the market kind of slow down as well.
That's right, Alan.
You know, especially over the last few months, but we're starting to see a little bit of a tick now.
Yes, definitely.
More buyers starting to come on the market, and we'll talk about the reason why we're starting to see that as well.
Definitely. So there's a lot of things obviously that we look at when it comes to getting to know what's going on in Atlanta. And obviously the most important is the reality, what we call the numbers. And that's what we're giving you today. Another factor that we look into that is very important when we look at real estate is median price.
For sure.
And as of today, the median price here in Atlanta is $405,000.
Yeah, so when we compare the 405,000 to last June of 2022, Gamalier, we were approaching close to $460,000, right around $459,020. So we've seen a drop in those median home prices all across Metro Atlanta.
And obviously one of those factors is that, if we talk about real estate in a year ago, actually, there was a lot of demand of buyers and prices. People were willing to pay way above the price of a home. So obviously that was something that you see prices you never seen before.
Yeah.
But over the year, there's been some adjustment in the market, and we started seeing that prices are coming up where the market it should be. So it's not like properties are losing value. It's that the prices were over what they over the market price that they were supposed to, and now they're catching up to the market. Yeah. So we're still seeing a steady market for the sellers.
Yeah, so basically what we're seeing is the market is correcting itself right now with all the overbidding that we saw over the last couple of years around Metro Atlanta. So it's just back to reality for a lot of sellers out there when we discuss prices with them as far as putting their house on the market. Let's talk about what's the lowest price currently as far as purchasing a home here in Metro Atlanta, Gamalier.
A single home in Metro Atlanta. And obviously,
that's right, single family home.
People always call us and say, hey, we get calls from first time buyers, investors. I'm looking for a deal, So check this house over here.
This one is going for $65,000. This is what we call an investor special, Gamalier.
Yeah, and what that means is it needs a lot of work.
Yep.
But obviously, if you get a home like this, you put some of the work, you fix it up and everything, you're going to have a lot more equity and a good investment. And this actually home is located right in downtown, right by the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yep.
So it's a good location.
Yep.
Obviously, and another thing also to keep in mind is a lot of these houses are not first-time home buyers, are more, like Alan mentioned, investors.
Yeah.
You have to have some skills, and a lot of times they sell cash. A lot of the banks don't want to finance, especially with first-time home buyer program, they want to finance a home that needs a lot of work, like this one.
All right, we're going to jump from the lowest price to what about the most expensive home in Metro Atlanta? We're going to take you to Buckhead. This one's going for $11.5 million, Gamalier.
And that's really, that's luxury living, one of the best places and great place to live here, Buckhead.
Right off of West Paces Ferry Road.
Yeah, we're in the heart of Buckhead. So definitely it's a beautiful home. You get a lot for your money here in Atlanta.
All right, another statistic we like to take a look at is the days on the market, right? So when you're sitting down with a seller, they're asking questions like, how soon do you think my house will get under contract? Well, the days in the market have climbed, Gamalier.
They have definitely. I mean, when we look at last year, like in May 2022, there were only 5 days in the market, and even less. Some of the houses were getting 40 to 20 offers in less than 48 hours. So there was so much a high demand, but compared to now, houses are staying a little longer in the market. We're starting to see the average is 25 days on the market.
Ooh, we're getting close to a month now.
Yeah, we are.
You know, and as we get closer to a normalized market, typically we see homes stay on the market for a couple of months generally.
Yes, yes. And that's something we have not seen in a little bit. So when people start seeing 30 days, they kind of get a little scared. But obviously, it's actually still considered pretty fast market as far as a good seller market here in Atlanta.
Exactly. So that's important information that you mentioned there. It's still a seller's market.
Yes.
But sometimes it does feel like a buyer's market out there, right?
Yeah.
Especially when we were accustomed to homes going off the market like that before.
And that competition, that people were competing so much. And now
Really
finally the buyers are getting to breathe a little bit. They get a little bit of negotiation. And if you're using a loan that is FHA, people refer that when even looking at those loans. But now FHAs are back and people are looking at them and taking them also.
And that leads us to interest rates, Gamalier. Nice tie in there, right, with FHA loans. Well, when we take a look at what are interest rates doing on a 30-year fix, we're going to be talking about a conventional loan here, right around 6.2%.
That's actually pretty good compared to where the interest rate been, going up and down. They're, between 6 and 7. They got up all the way to 7.2 not too long ago. So right now we're going into the spring market. Obviously, we're starting to see more inventory into the market, also coming into the market. So there's a lot of opportunities for those people who've been holding and thinking they want to make their finally and create a reality of buying their home.
And, a year ago, we saw rates right around the 3s, right? So they basically doubled in a short period of time last year and pretty much holding steady, I'd say, the last several months in the low 6s or so. And I think buyers now are getting kind of comfortable with interest rates. Yeah. They're starting to come back on the market.
And they're starting to understand that, those interest rates, when they were in the 2% to 3%, that's were historical low. That's the interest rate that we have not seen over 100 years. So the reality is when we look at the average in the last 20 years, rates are in the 6s. So that's kind of the average. So it's still good interest rate compared to back in the 1980s when they went in double digit. People were getting homes at 11 to 15% back in the 1980s.
It's still hard to believe that people were actually doling out money with interest rates that high,
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Atlanta, generally speaking, is a city that continues to grow, right? And we talked about different projects that are going on around Atlanta. And one of them we actually did a video on, Gamalier, was the Microsoft project in West Park. And that's a video you definitely want to check out to see, what's actually happening here and, the type of money that they're investing in the different projects around Metro Atlanta. And another one that we talked about and we've got a video on is the Gulch in Atlanta, which is a multi-use community that's near State Farm Arena and the Mercedes-Benz Stadium area there. So check those videos out, and that just kind of gives you an idea of the growth that's going on around Metro Atlanta.
And it's big projects we're talking about. And obviously a lot of people already know that we film a lot of movies and shows here in Metro Atlanta. And that's over the last 10 years has grown a lot, but we now, like Alan mentioned, another industry that we're starting to see grow is the tech here in Atlanta, definitely. So
tech industry,
there's a lot of job, a lot of good opportunities. So if you're in another state looking for a job, there's a lot of jobs here in Atlanta.
All right, so that is an overall discussion on the Atlanta metro real estate market. Hopefully we provided enough information for you. If you're in the market, say to buy, sell, invest, or even property management, give us a call. We'll definitely help you out.
Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day.
Take care.
Bueno, sí.